In its base configuration, the Magnum Summit works well as an all-terrain bike. Simply change the tyres to perform better on one type of terrain. As far as specifications go, the Summit is very similar to the Voyager. Feel free to pause and take a look at these details. The 8x3 24-speed configuration has more gears than most Magnum bikes. To shift between them, you have Altus and Acera derailleurs. This entry-level setup works fine, because most of the power comes from the wheel itself, from the geared hub motor. The 27.5 by 2.4 inch CST Rockhawk is a slow-rolling, heavy, but maximum grip tyre. If you want to spend most of your time on the street, I suggest switching to a Supermoto X. The XCT Sun Tour forks come with 100mm of travel, preload adjustment and a lockout. However, they are lacking any rebound adjustment. They're great for hybrid use, but for heavy duty off-road, we suggest upgrading the forks. The brakes are Textro dual piston hydraulic, with 180mm rotors, front and rear. The frame is designed in such a way where it can accommodate a large height variance in riders. To see if it fits you, book a free test ride online. The stock saddle works okay, but when you buy, you can easily change it for something more comfortable. Like the Magnum Voyager, there are pre-existing mounts for the rack and mudguards. Now to move up top. Compared to the Magnum Peak, the sweepback and the handlebars make the ride much more comfortable, not to mention the stock adjustable headstem for a customizable bar position. On the left we have the rear brakes, controls for the electrics and the front derailleur. On the right we have the throttle, front brake, rear derailleur and bell. In the middle we have that credit card sized display, from which you can monitor odometer, trip, speed and power level. You can also tune the bike for different acceleration and top speed profiles. In its current setup, I definitely found it performed best as a hybrid bike. Traction is great and the relaxed rake makes the ride stable at speed. Like most Magnum bikes, acceleration is pretty brisk. However, you're missing out on the street if you don't have Moto X's. Personally, I'd see myself using this bike more as a commuter, sticking to the roads and only taking it off-road for shortcuts and those weekend adventures. For those of you who want to turn it into a serious off-road machine, I'd recommend a suspension seat post and just upgrading the forks. There's not really too much else that needs to be done there. For now, let's just watch the bike in action until we get to the hill climb. And here we are at Fowler's Ave, the vertical equivalent of a 5-story building. Compared to the other Magnum bikes, the Summit has the advantage here. You can change down into the easiest gear in the front chainring, allowing you to pedal quite fast. In doing so, will take even more stress off the motor, allowing it to climb at a fast pace. So if you like the Summit, the next step is to try it for yourself at River Riders Hamilton. Test rides are very popular at the moment, so make sure you book online so we can have the bike ready for the time and day you want it. Link is in the description. Thanks for watching.